American Environmental Review is a national platform where nature and technology meet, where protecting and preserving our precious resources takes center stage, where the spotlight seeks out and shines on the environmental innovators. This editorial series, featured on public television, takes an inside look at the outdoors, explores how the decisions we make today impact each of our tomorrows. Fluidyne was handpicked as a featured guest because of its commitment to the environment in which we live.
All too often, technological advances come with a price, harm to the environment. But more and more industries and individuals are using technology to help the environment, not harm it. Here's an example.
South Florida's natural ecosystem is one of the country's most delicate. Porous soil and coral rock are thin protection for wildlife and a precious underground water supply. That's why the region's wastewater needs to be carefully treated before it's recycled.
We have a very fragile ecosystem here in Florida, and because of that, the state has instituted some very stringent treatment requirements that are probably the most stringent of anywhere in the world. And this allows us to discharge the water into the ecosystem without adversely impacting it.
Wastewater reclamation is a big project in the city of Homestead. This treatment plant cleans and recycles wastewater for this fast-growing region.
Water reclamation here in this area of South Florida is very important because we draw our drinking water directly from the groundwater. Approximately 3 million gallons of wastewater come into our plant daily at this point in time.
Wastewater recycling is largely a biological procedure. In the early phases of treatment, sewage is organically activated with bacteria to accelerate a natural digestion process.
As the wastewater enters the individual tanks, it comes in contact with bubbles of air. The air is necessary to keep the bacteria alive. The bacteria then break down the wastewater into simple components. The clear water that's left in the tanks is then decanted or drawn off where it's filtered and disinfected. The sludge or sediment that comes in the bottom of the tank is pumped to digesters, where it's further treated, thickened, and then dewatered and sent to the county landfill.
As the population of this area grows, so has the need for more efficient means of waste disposal. A newly developed approach introduced by engineers at Fluidyne helps reduce sludge, a costly disposal problem.
As technology has progressed and we've been able to squeeze more and more of the pollutants and toxicants out of wastewater, we obviously end up with more and more sludge to dispose of. In a modern-day plant, this may represent half the problem.
Sludge toxins are a costly problem for burgeoning landfills as well. In Miami-Dade County, this site is known as Mount Trashmore. The wastewater runoff collected from this enormous mound is treated with special care.
In that process, the liquid is squeezed out of the solid waste, becomes what is called leachate. That leachate is highly toxic in that it has high levels of ammonia, acetic acid, and other compounds in it. That liquid then has to be treated in a treatment plant such as you see behind me.
In these tanks, a stronger bacterial procedure is used to further break down sludge and toxins in large reactors.
We're biologically burning it up right in the process itself. Before installation of leachate treatment plants, this toxic material could leach into the groundwater, greatly polluting the groundwater and our water resources. So it's very important to collect this material and treat it and close up the cycle.
In a broader sense, water reclamation is an important component of any water management type program. We have the capabilities to produce a high-quality, clean water that can be reused by the public for both irrigation and can also be used for groundwater recharge. This program is being implemented throughout the state of Florida, California, and many other western states, as well as the Middle East.
As clean, fresh water becomes more scarce for growing populations, it may be increasingly important to provide more effective water reclamation to help sustain a healthy environment for all.
Thanks for tuning in today. Join us again as we continue to explore how people and technology can work together to better protect our planet.
Fluidyne has been in business developing wastewater treatment systems for over 20 years now. A particular area of expertise has been the development of biological treatment systems using natural microbes, microorganisms to treat sewage and other wastewaters. We were the original developer and supplier of sequencing batch reactor systems in North America. And we've used that experience and the technology that we've developed to continue to advance treatment techniques using SBRs. And recently we've developed the integrated surge anoxic mix variation, the ISAM variation of sequencing batch reactor systems that actually incorporates a sludge reduction step right in the main treatment process. We use a variety of bacteria, types of bacteria and different regimes to treat selectively the various residuals that are created right in the process. We use an anaerobic section, an anoxic section, and an aerobic section. And by sequencing these in certain orders, we can actually reduce the amount of waste sludge from a biological treatment system by more than 90%. So we think in the future we're going to be looking at more and more applications of handling sludge residuals, not only from SBR plants, but all types of biological-based plants. At Fluidyne, we feel that environmental technology is our most important product, and we hope to apply that technology to the benefit of communities, society, and the environment.
John F. Kennedy once said, "The supreme reality of our time is the vulnerability of our planet." It is a timeless statement. World population, consumption, and technology push forward, often more quickly than natural resources can support, or, with consequences, more costly than we can afford. The need for a unified effort to nurture, renew, and protect the planet has never been more compelling. Therefore, once again, American Environmental Review extends a special thanks to the companies and organizations that have risen to meet today's environmental challenges. This has been a presentation of WJMK.